they left. I don't think it's as easy for Catherine to do that.
Okay, so this video has given me a lot to think about. Now, one thing that I will say is that I don't think that Harry gave Meghan a voice. I don't think that that is an accurate representation of what happened at that time. Because we all know, unfortunately, Harry has always been a victim and a prisoner of the British royal family. And to some of the points that you were making, everybody is. Everybody that's born into that family, everybody that marries in that family becomes a prisoner of the system. And quite frankly, whoever the monarch is at that time and that person's whims. There's almost no way out when you are born in that family and when you marry into that family. We know one of the main reasons why Harry and Meghan wanted to do the half in, half out thing was because of the abuse from the UK media. A UK media that was being fueled with stories by Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace, so Harry's family. And they didn't allow them to do the half in, half out thing because they wanted to maintain complete and utter control over Harry and Meghan. And this is why they took away their security. And this is why they took away their money, to force them back into the clutches of the British royal family. And listen, it would have worked. It would have worked with anybody else in that family because they wouldn't have had the community and resources to do what Harry and Meghan did. But that community and that resource was Meghan's, not Harry's. Nobody expected a Tyler Perry to catch them when they fell, to give them a safe place to live, to give them time to figure things out. Nobody expected a Beyonce stamp of approval or Serena Williams standing side by side with them. Nobody expected an Oprah and a Kevin Costner. And I can go on about the people that stood with Meghan Markle because of the relationships and the community that she built in Hollywood. That was why they were able to get away. That is why they were able to use their voices and do what they did. Not because of Harry. And again, this is no shade, no tea to Harry. Everybody knows I love me some Harry. But he just didn't have the power to do so. That's how they keep those people prisoner. And it also had a lot to do with Meghan's nationality. Now listen, I know a lot of people swear up and down they hate Americans. But the reality is that America is a powerful enough country to keep the UK media and the British royal family at bay. They don't have the same power and sway over here. Harry and Meghan are safer living in the States than they are living in the UK or probably anywhere else in the world. And this is very important to remember when we're talking about Kate Middleton. Because if there's this idea that Kate is using her silence as a way to finally stand up to the British royal family, y'all need to demand proof of life. Because Kate doesn't have any of the resources that Meghan Markle did. Now, everybody knows I'm not a fan of Kate Middleton. I think that she was more than happy to play into the hate and abuse when it came to Meghan Markle. But again, if she's using her silence as a weapon, y'all need to check in on that woman because she doesn't have any wealth, power, status. She doesn't have a country to go to, and her family's not powerful enough to protect her. I mean, hell, Diana's family wasn't powerful enough to protect her. You think the Middletons could? Kate has already done her job. She's already given them an heir and 2 spares. If she's not willing to do her job as a wife, then what good is she? At least in the eyes of the British royal family. Her children belong to the crown, so even if she left, they would have to stay. There's nowhere for her to go. And there's no way that they're going to allow her to live in castles and experience the wealth that they have as she's using her silence against them. They wouldn't allow it. They would not allow it. Especially considering that the British royal family has humiliated themselves in front of the entire world in the way that they have handled Kate Middleton's disappearance. If her disappearance was because she was just being silent, I can't imagine what they would do to her. The British royal family is incredibly dangerous and it is incredibly powerful. And it is shown time and time and time again that they are above the law. There is no one there to protect a Kate Middleton. And if the stories are true and her husband truly does have rage issues, you think he let his wife be out there embarrassing him and he wouldn't do anything about it? I genuinely hope Kate is not taking a stand. She would lose everything. Kate is so incredibly vulnerable to that family. There's nowhere for her to go if everything falls apart. Her silence would do more to hurt her and her children than her compliance would. So at this point, I genuinely hope she's not doing that for her own safety.